May 2, 1966, over North Vietnam. Navy Lieutenant Commander John McCain is flying his A-4 Skyhawk on a bombing mission, his 23rd combat mission. It's supposed to be routine. Drop bombs on a power plant, get out. But nothing in Vietnam is routine. At 5,000 feet, a surface-to-air missile hits his plane. The SAM-2 explodes under his left wing. The wing shears off. The Skyhawk starts spinning. Tumbling, McCain has seconds to eject. He pulls the handle. The ejection seat fires, but the plane is spinning so violently that McCain's limbs flail. His right arm breaks against the canopy. Both legs break on impact. He's ejected at high speed, broken, barely conscious. He lands in a lake in downtown Hanoi. Sinks. The parachute is dragging him under. He can't swim. Both legs broken, one arm broken. He's drowning. Vietnamese civilians jump in, pull him to shore, not to save him, to capture him. They beat him, rifle butts to the head, kicks to the broken legs. They're not soldiers, they're angry civilians. Someone's bayonet stabs his ankle and groin. McCain passes out from the pain. When he wakes up, he's in Ho Lo prison, the place American pilots call the Hanoi Hilton. A guard is standing over him. "You are a war criminal. You will die here." McCain doesn't respond, can't respond. He's too broken, too damaged. The North Vietnamese realize who they have. The son of Admiral John McCain, the commander of all U.S. forces in the Pacific. High-value prisoner. Propaganda gold. They offer him a deal. Medical treatment, food, early release. In exchange for a propaganda confession, McCain refuses. "I'm not confessing to war crimes. I'm a prisoner of war. You will treat me according to the Geneva Convention." They laugh. Geneva Convention does not apply to war criminals. For the next 7 years, McCain endures hell. The first 2 years are the worst. His broken bones never properly heal. He'll never regain full use of his arms or legs. The North Vietnamese torture him regularly. Beatings, rope, torture. Stress positions, days without food or water. They want him to break, to confess, to make propaganda statements. McCain refuses. Every time. In 1968, the Vietnamese offer him early release because his father is an admiral. Special treatment. McCain refuses. "Not until every man captured before me is released. I'm not going home before them." The Vietnamese are confused. "We offer you freedom. You refuse." "I refuse to abandon my men." They torture him more severely for that, for refusing their mercy. 2 more years of hell because he won't leave his fellow prisoners. In 1973, after 7 years of captivity, McCain is finally released. He can barely walk. His hair is white. He's lost 60 pounds. His arms don't straighten. His legs don't bend properly. He'll be in pain for the rest of his life, but he's alive. When he returns to the United States, military intelligence debriefs him. For weeks, they want to know everything. Prison conditions, guard routines, torture methods, prisoner locations. McCain tells them everything. Every detail he memorized. Every piece of intelligence he gathered. For 7 years, McCain had been observing, learning, recording in his memory. He knew the prison layout, knew which guards were brutal, which were lenient, knew the torture techniques, knew how to resist, knew how to survive. He'd memorized the names of over 300 American prisoners, living and dead. Men whose families didn't know if they were alive. McCain gave the military every name. Every detail. Intelligence analysts are amazed. "You remembered all this while being tortured." McCain nods. "I had nothing else to do, so I paid attention." That intelligence saves lives, helps locate other prisoners, improves survival training for future posts, changes how the military prepares pilots for capture. McCain's 7 years in hell become a blueprint for survival. Decades later, a reporter asks McCain, Do you regret refusing early release? McCain doesn't hesitate. No, if I'd taken it, I couldn't have lived with myself. Those men were my brothers. You don't abandon your brothers, but you suffered 2 extra years of torture. 2 years of torture is better than a lifetime of guilt. Another interview, different reporter. What kept you alive? McCain thinks. Stubbornness. I refused to give them what they wanted. Every day I survived was a victory. Every day I didn't break was a win. That's all that mattered. In his later years, McCain is asked what he learned from those 7 years. His answer is simple, that the human body can be broken, but the human spirit can't. They broke my arms, my legs, my body, but they never broke me, because I wouldn't let them. John McCain died in 2018 at age 81. At his funeral, a former fellow POW spoke. John McCain could have gone home in 1968, could have avoided 2 more years of torture, but he stayed. Because that's who he was. It's a man who wouldn't abandon his brothers, even when it cost him everything. That's the story of the prisoner who survived 7 years of hell. Because sometimes the hardest thing to do isn't dying for your country, it's living for your brothers. That's the story they never taught you in school.